Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I am here tonight with Kelly, of course, because we have to get into this Hunt for Love, season one, episode four. So, Kelly, if I was going to give this episode a grade, I would give it an X for rated X.
It started off slow and it finished real big. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I want to
We
see.
could have had the mature this episode is meant for mature audiences. Warning
Look,
at the beginning.
but that's what it's all about. We have single people in Mexico at a resort.
Yes.
We got to mingle, alcohol rooms. Let's go.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all
Because in
about.
the beginning, I was like, oh, here we go with the bull crap made up drama. I don't want to hear about this. Can I see the new people interact? And then, boom, right at the end, I said, and that is what I'm talking about.
Yes. Night vision camera in the rooms to pick up the dirty deeds going on. So first I want to say hi to everybody in the live chat. Hi Poncho. Hi Rosanna. Hi Nina. Hi OK1 Baby. Hi, Bubbly in the USA, Sherry, Shelly, Menopausal Queen, of course, Toasty. Oh, we have a lot of people tonight. Kelly, you see, everybody comes out to see Kelly. You guys like
Oh,
Kelly,
hi,
right?
everybody. I appreciate it.
Christine, Lori, Chelsea. Look at this. We have a full house.
Yeah, but
Lindsay,
like I
BMB.
said, this episode, they finished it with a bang, and I appreciate that. That's what I was looking for.
Yep.
Because you're gonna have this whole concept of everybody meeting up singles, and it's supposed to be the connection. We start off with what's her name, May and Colty at the bar or whatever. She turns him down. um
Yes.
who saw, was it Courtney? Courtney saw he
Yeah,
got
Courtney
rejected.
saw it. Yeah, Courtney saw it, and she felt kind of bad for him, because she's like, I'm liking him, even though I don't want to like him, but I'm liking him.
I feel like some of that stuff is forced between him, Courtney, and Usman. Like it's not adding up.
No, we're gonna get into that in a second because Usman has no game whatsoever. But we're gonna talk about him.
No.
He has no fucking game. It's like, please, let's start off with Tim versus Jennifer versus Cole. Okay, and how
Oh,
Cole
he
was
irritated
acting
me.
like he was married to Jennifer. I get it. I get it that you want to defend your woman. I get it. But she wasn't, they didn't even kiss yet.
But remember what I said on the last time we spoke? I said
Right.
this guy is stepping out of his lane. He needs to chill out. He picked the right person to do all that stuff because all they had to do to say is, "It's none of your business. Why are you even talking to me?"
Right.
For you, I give him credit for having the balls to walk over to complete strangers that you don't even know about to argue and defend for a woman that's not even your girl. You don't even know her whole name. So I give him credit, but I looked into those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the bar eyes.
Yes. Oh,
There was a lot of
there was
separation.
a lot of bar eyes going on. I
Mhm.
don't care what Chantel said. She was fucking wasted.
Oh, of course.
I'm not even buzzed. Bitch, you were
They
wasted.
It was a bunch of winos arguing with each other, basically.
Yes. Okay. They were all, like Courtney said later on, it was the tequila.
Mm,
It was the tequila talking.
yeah.
Okay. So Jennifer is screaming at the top of her lungs about Tim getting her a male stripper.
She
And all I
annoyed me.
can say is, who gives a flying fuck?
She annoyed me. And you are absolutely right. She is the Jasmine this season in this
She
show.
is. She
If
is.
there was no reason, why do you have to shout and scream and carry on? If you're It's 7 years, either you still on him or you're not. Obviously it's affecting you. So basically you told on yourself. You went on a show because obviously she knew he was going to be on there, because she
Right.
said, oh, it's my turn to tell my story. So
Exactly.
you went in with an intent to talk about this guy.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he's not even studying you.
He had no fucking clue. He had no clue what was going on. Sorry about that.
That's all right. But uh, I just didn't like. I didn't like her whole demeanor. It was just, come on now. And why we shout? But like I said, it was the alcohol. Everybody's tipsy and talking. At least I was just happy Chantel was there with Tim. That's all.
Yes,
I appreciate Chantel stepping in for Tim, female aspect of, or like, you can't argue with a female like that. Let the female step in for you, represent you, and
exactly.
carry on. And I appreciate Chantel stepping up like that.
Yes,
Because,
and Chantel was funny when she told Cole that his breath stunk.
oh yeah, that's always the go-to when somebody's shouting. Always. But did you
Yes,
see
that
her
was
eyes bulge when he started talking, and she was like, she's like, "Whoa, what's your problem?" I was like, "Oh," I started laughing.
she was twisted though. She was twisted. I don't care what she says, she was twisted. They were all twisted. So Cole trying to be the Captain Save-A-Ho and try to step up for Jennifer actually bit him in the ass
Yeah,
because that Jennifer turned on him.
yeah.
And it was controlling behavior. I don't like the way he spoke to me. And
You saw that from the last episode when he walked into and interrupted Rob and her and having a little talk, put his hand on her, showing territory and ownership. Like, what are we doing?
I
You just
know.
met this lady. That's a red flag, ladies. Caution. But somebody said they need to stop drinking too much. Look, when you filming, you need it. I'm telling you, you need it
That's all there is to do. Okay.
because when I was filming, that bartender took care of me. That's all I gotta say. And I was like, keep them coming, keep it
Keep it
coming.
coming, baby. Keep it coming because we
You
need
need
it.
it.
They were, oh yeah, they had it flowing. They had it flowing.
And
And so Cole's controlling behavior,
mm-hmm,
how she turned that around. But I want to say that I believe if Cole would have just stepped back
mm-hmm.
and let Jennifer and Tim duke it out without saying anything, I think it would have bit him in the ass too, because then Jennifer would have been like, oh, well, he's just standing there.
I'm,
And
gl- I'm I'm glad you said that because she contradicts herself.
she
She makes
does.
no sense. First, she wants somebody to be in charge and do this and that, and then she said in her confessionals, "Oh, I don't need anybody to fight my battles, and I don't like him speaking and taking control." What do you want to do? Either you want him to take control, or you don't want to take control. Like, it's not making any
And
sense.
thank you. Thank
That's when I
you.
was like, "All right, she's a cuckoo bird."
She
That
is.
one,
She is a
she's
cuckoo
nuts.
bird because I have a feeling that if he would have just said, something, this is not my battle. I've only known her for 3 days. I'm just going to stand here in the corner and drink my drink. It would have bit him in the ass either way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because she's a fucking cuckoo bird. So, but I still don't understand why he was flipping so hard though.
Because he thought he was getting brownie points.
Yeah. Yeah. And it
He
bit him in
he
the
he
ass.
did not know his lane. He did not. And I called it out from the last episode. I'm like, this guy's out of control. What is he doing?
Yeah. So is Courtney a shit stirrer?
Absolutely.
And we love her for it, right?
And she even said it. She's like, damn, everybody's mad at me. I start everything. Yes, you do, boo. Yes.
Yes, yes, and we love you for it.
Yeah.
Okay, because
But
everyone
we need that.
exactly.
We need it
We
because
need a shit stirrer.
it'd have been dry, completely dry. We need
She's
that
like,
because
well, I
Usman is
just
over
thought
here.
Tim needed to know. Tim is
Us,
my friend. I
please,
thought he needed to
please.
know.
You could have waited and have a power talk when, like how y'all was in Tiffany's room. You couldn't wait until
Yes.
y'all get back to the hotel and chill in the room or pull him to the side somewhere later on. You're gonna wait at that function to tell him all this stuff, or
Now,
you could have wait on the ride back home.
exactly. Did you see the between the sheets for this episode?
No, no.
Okay, so to make a long story short, Tim was talking about how Tiffany's room was the place to hang out because her room was the only one that had a TV.
What
And
kind of
Tim
hotel is
wa-
this?
and Tim went to a Mexican superstore, I guess like the Mexican version of Walmart, and bought a TV, bought a karaoke machine, bought a card table because there was nothing to do at the resort at night.
Oh, there's something to do at night. It's just that they ain't doing it. That's the
Exactly.
problem.
Right.
That's the problem. There's
Exactly.
something to do.
There's plenty to do, but
With all those singles, you telling me you couldn't? Come on now.
I know.
Oh, Jay's up in here. What's going on, Terrell?
Jay, we still haven't seen you. It's pissing me the fuck off.
Completely. I want to see more of the rest of the crew. I'm
I
not
mean, next
understanding.
week they're gonna do like these games and stuff, and we see
Mhm.
all of them. So hopefully we'll get to see more of the singles actually on screen and interacting.
We need it.
But I have a feeling it's gonna be for like 5 seconds.
Like May in the beginning, she was there and then she was gone. Where
Yeah,
did
I
she
know.
go? She disappeared. Where the rest of the singles? We had Mustache Dude doing the handstand dance. He
Uh-huh.
was with. I wanted to see Tiffany interact with him a little bit more at the club there, like
Yes,
show a little bit that since she's attracted to him and the other guy. I need a little. I needed him to step it up. No, and then the only person that completed the mission was Rob.
exactly. Still no Edwin. The last time we saw him, he was in the hot tub with Chantel. Maybe he's so traumatized he hasn't left his room since. I don't know.
We saw the other guy, Fort Lauderdale. He went and he spoke to Tim to the side, which was
Right,
cool.
right,
That was
exactly.
cool.
Yes.
But that was it. He spoke and then they disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
know. I
I'm
know. It's like, what the hell? Okay, so let's talk about Usman and his shitty game.
Usman think he is like this grade A celebrity. Bro, you are look, I understand you got a fan club. Look, somebody had to break it down to me. Oh, he has a big fan club, they love him, blah, blah, blah. I stood
Does
there and I was confused.
he
But
does? I'm like, he
yeah,
does.
that's what they're saying. And but
Is
bro,
there any members of the Usman fan club here?
come on, tell us the truth. Don't lie.
Don't
They said I
lie.
have the whole Facebook, whole type stuff, don't lie.
Oh my God. Yes, I
So
love you. I love you. I love you,
I
Cassie.
ex- I expected him to step up his game. That was the time to show your skills in a club. Like I said, you could have
Right.
been like, "Yo, play my music, grab a
Yes.
mic,
Yes.
serenade the ladies with your rhymes and whatever he calls it. I don't
Since
know
you are the international superstar.
exactly. I expected him to step his game up. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't have the typical 60-year-old groupies that look for you. Like, come on, bro, step it up.
And I think that's part of the problem is because he's so used to having these older women coming after him. He doesn't know what to do. Like he doesn't know how to talk, how to flirt, how to step his game up
Th-
because he's so used to these older
this
women
show
throwing themselves at him.
this show has shown their kryptonite. They thought they was Superman, and it's their kryptonite showing that they don't know how to
Right.
interact face to face with individuals besides the internet or
Yes.
text messages. It showed everybody's weakness. It's like you can't hide behind the keyboard or your phone. You have to interact with human beings. And let me see what game you have. Obviously, everybody's fumbling except for Rob.
Oh
Rob,
no, yeah,
Rob
Rob,
is smooth.
please.
Rob knows.
Rob is balling already, okay?
Yeah,
Episode 4, and he's.
yeah. Except for Rob. Rob is the only one doing his thing. But I
And
really expected more of Usman. Usman is, I don't know. I just
yeah,
don't.
Usman has no game whatsoever.
For him to have this big aura, I expect him to
Right.
do something.
Okay, so after the whole fucking mess at the club, they start getting on the vans,
Hmm.
okay? And then we have the two vans.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not to cut you off. Before they get to the van, the walk to the van,
Oh, yes, yes. Let's talk about
Cole
the
looks
walk
like
to
a
the van.
sucker.
I'm skipping ahead of myself.
Cole looks like a sucker.
Yes, he does.
I my ego, my pride, I would not have gone on that van with them. I'd have went to the other van. He
Yep.
said, "Oh, you heard it. Oh, you walking with him?" I said,
Yes.
"Oh, bro, you done played yourself. Don't do that."
And then he gets on the van with them and he tries to tell Rob to fucking move.
Yeah. Obviously, she wants his company. If she said, "Sit right here," you heard it. And
Yes,
he had
yes,
to hear it. And Rob
yes,
repeated. He said, "Oh, sit right here." She said,
yes.
"Yes, sit right here." I would about face and go into the other van. I'm not showing no. I'm not going off like Miami homegirl. I'd
No,
have just been cool
like let me
because
off the van, let me on to the other van. The
there's
other
other.
van wind up being more fun anyway, which we're gonna get into that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she totally plays him right to his face. The guy's fucking literally sitting there next to them as Rob and Jennifer look like that they're practically gonna make out.
I'm sorry, I don't like bashing people. That was a sucker free Sunday. That was a herd move right there, bro. You got me talking back in the day stuff. That was real. You're corny. Like I wouldn't sit there and deal with that. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait.
What?
Somebody said Rob was such a short king. Short king in what? In height?
Oh, Rob is 5'10", I think.
Hey, I'm 5'10", 5'11" with my boots. It's not what you want to be 6'3"?
Rob
Rob,
was minding his business at the bar, and she approached him. That I
exactly.
want to bring that up. I want to bring that up to the way that she literally told Cole, "Get up, so I could sit here," and she turned her back to him and starts flirting with Rob. It's like, oh my god! Like Tiffany says, she has big balls.
He looks like a cornball. I'm sorry. I don't like bash. Like I said, I repeat, I do not like bashing people. But as a man, you look like a cornball. When a female do that to you, and you trying to and get her attention and all that, yeah,
They were
Jennifer.
all wasted.
They were all. You
I don't
saw
care
it in
what
their eyes. Yeah,
Jennifer was saying that she wasn't even drinking alcohol. Bullshit. They were all fucking wasted.
they were done. You could see it.
They were so wasted. Cole passed out in the van in the back. Okay, that's how fucking he
First
took
of
a little
all,
nap.
they're all sweaty. You know when you
Yes,
drink and you're
yes,
really hot, you're sweating.
yes.
They're all sweating. Everybody's talking, and the eyes. The eyes give it away. And they're all shouting at each other. They're all in
Yes,
each other's space.
yes,
When you're drunk, you invade another person's space. They're
yes,
all
yes,
doing it.
yes.
You can't deny it.
I think Tiffany was the only one that wasn't wasted. Like Tiffany was buzzed. I think she was trying to be the level-headed one out of
No,
everybody.
she was being the informer. She was taking all the information and storing it in so she could go back and talk stuff.
Okay.
Oh, menopause. Oh, you 5'11"? Damn, girl, you my height. You a tall glass of water. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, Tiffany she's just being messy. That's all. I just wish I wanted to see more of her interaction with a dude.
Yes,
I
me
wanted to see
too.
that because Mustache Dude was right there. Like
Yes,
they showed him
and she
dancing,
likes
and that was
porn
it.
stash. So come on, let's.
Yeah, Porn Stash. And then like after he danced and he see the commotion, Porn Stash had the confused look like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
yeah, but what's going on? And that's it.
Oh my gosh. So the other van was where the party was at.
Mm.
Okay, the other van we had anal beads, ass play.
Whoa, what? Yeah, I was like, what? And then it tastes like truffle. Where
Yeah,
did you get that from? Whoa.
thank you. And where the fuck did that come up in conversation?
I don't know, man. And then see, and this is the problem I have. You have a bus full of women, and no dude did to capitalize on it.
One dude, and Colt sleeping in the back.
None of them are capitalizing on this. That is the doorway of success. That is like an alley oop. You take it and you dunk. She is giving you the opening. Weren't you talking about? Oh yeah, and the anal. I'd have pulled up like, oh really?
Kelly would have been all in that.
Oh really?
Really?
So what? Do you have any toys or any other objects that you brought on this trip that we can
Right,
experiment with?
exactly.
What are you into? You know, these are things you gotta. I'm like, where are the guys? I don't understand this.
It's just the one dude drunk off his ass talking shit in a van full of women. And yes, I will never look at truffles the same again.
I love truffles on my fries here. They kind of killed it, but
Yeah, they did.
that
They
is
did
what
kind
it
of
is.
kill it.
But they seem kind of boring because they're like, oh, I didn't try that, and I'm like, come on, man, stop. Y'all telling me none of y'all freaks?
Yeah, I know. That what's her name is the only one that's a
The
freak.
Miami one that she come on.
Yeah, Elise.
Yeah, but how did not have not one, like at least 3 dudes? You need dudes there.
I know. I know. Okay, so let's talk about Usman and how he loves Courtney, how he throws out the love word.
And I like how Tiffany pulled
Yes,
it out, called it out. Like she's like, "Oh,
yes,
you don't even pay this girl any mind, and you just being around, and you throwing out that L word already all the time." I like how
exactly.
Tiffany called the bullshit on that.
Yes.
That's what he
You
uses in his
haven't even
dialogue.
taken her out on a date, and you're
Yep,
talking about you love her.
please. He don't love her. He just like to tell women that. But he's so used to
Exactly.
telling, senior citizens that they fall so quick. That it's a habit.
Yeah, I mean, he has no experience not dealing with women that are over 55, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
B&B said dudes at the house playing Uno and they jammies. I don't get it. Like,
Tim said he bought cards at a card table, so they were back there playing cards at the resort because there was nothing to do at night.
oh my
Yeah,
TLC Sharp, y'all dropped the ball on this one, man.
yeah, they did. So, Rob, let's play Mario Kart. So,
Oh.
is this the new way?
Oh, Jay said we were, but what happened, Jay? Like, ah man, production is crazy.
Sharp sucks. Let
Yeah,
me tell you,
yeah.
Sharp sucks. The editing sucks. I mean, we
Hmm.
don't see them at all.
So what did you say, Mary?
Mario Kart. Mario Kart's the new euphemism for sex now, I guess. Let's
Look,
go play Mario Kart.
you do what you got to do to get anybody in the room. If we got to play Pakisi or freaking Uno, spades, red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 to get in my room, I'm gonna
Musical
do whatever.
chairs, whatever
Musical
you gotta
chairs,
fucking do,
jumping
right?
jacks, whatever. Hey,
Oh, look at the okay, here. This is interesting. Jay says they didn't let all of us go out like that. Certain people, certain nights.
oh, that's bullshit.
That
CJ,
is bullshit.
that's
That
bullshit.
is bullshit.
Bullshit. How you gonna go to a club? I mean, a party and don't have the people there?
I know.
So
I
all
know.
of it is bullcrap. It's bullcrap because it showed.
Gosh. Okay, so Robin, Jennifer gonna go play Mario Kart, and Elise is pissed. Let's talk about how pissed Elise is. She acts like that she's been with Rob for like 2 years.
Another one. Once you saw them walk into the room, go about your business, boo.
Yeah,
What you gotta do, like these other shows, you brush it off. You're gonna be mad, but you're gonna brush it off. You get the revenge the next day. You step
exactly.
your game up on them. Either you're gonna pursue it or pursue somebody else to get them jealous. That
Yes.
those are the two options. Or no, bow out and go home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So Usman and Courtney in bed. Let's talk about that. How fucking awkward. Like
Who go in their bed with all their clothes on? I was like,
thank
you know
you.
what?
He was going in the bed with his shoes on at
I said, this
first.
is all staged and it's fake. Who? And you the African love? You supposed to be this African guy lover? Come on, bro. The
Right.
minute she said, I could,
I thank you.
everything would have came off. Everything, instant. I'd have been like this. Come here, come lay right here. Scoop the booty over here. There we go.
Okay, so Jay says there are 16 singles, so there's only so many cameras, and you put that many people in a room, they won't be able to catch a stable storyline. I understood it's a way too many people, all outgoing and dramatic.
I get it, but what they could have done, even though they have so many. Well, I don't know how many cameras they had at this resort, but
Right.
I'm just speaking from experience. Each group, there was a ton of camera people. It's all down to editing. That's the bottom
That's
line.
what it
That's what
comes
it comes
down
down.
to.
Because
Editing.
even in our thing, there was so many dialogues going on at the last resort. They didn't even put that on.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
all
yeah.
down to editing.
There was tons of shit that was cut out of last resort.
Yeah, it's all down to editing. So just putting the same old dried up arguing bullcrap that we already know for 7 years. every tell
And she
all
hasn't, and he hasn't even been talking about her for
at
7 years.
all.
Let's talk about this.
He
He's like,
done
oh,
moved
he's
on.
been talking shit about me for 7 years.
Nope.
Where?
Nope.
Okay, I'm a content creator. I follow Tim.
Nope.
Tim does not talk shit about her on social media at
Nope.
all. Tim does not talk about her on fucking Pillow Talk with Veronica. Nothing. I mean, we haven't heard anything. Oh, but he's talking shit.
Oh, NYC said, are the new fame allowed to date their own kind, or do they have to shuffle the deck with the seasoned frauds? It looked like they was shuffling the deck with the seasoned frauds.
But from what we understand, behind the scenes, the singles did hook up. There were hookups amongst themselves.
But they didn't show that. We barely saw a regular interaction.
I
We
know.
First of all, I'm not telling people I'm an expert, but when you have a setting and you do the club, you start off big. You show the whole room with everybody. You was doing it in the beginning,
Yes.
and then because there was so many people talking. Like I
Right.
said, we saw
Exactly.
Chantel at the bar with what's her name. We saw this person talking over there. You
Right.
see the interact. Show that. Show the people interacting. Give us a new air.
Right.
Give us something. It was
Right.
this episode was a freaking Jennifer Tim Rob episode. That's
And
the
yeah,
bottom line.
that's
That's what it
all it
was.
was. Jennifer, Tim, and Rob, and Courtney, and Courtney and Usman acting weird and awkward.
My,
Like, I do not buy that these two actually
nah,
like each other.
there's no chemistry and there's
No,
none.
there is more
None.
chemistry between her and Colt.
Yes, yes,
Honestly, you see the chemistry with her
yeah,
and Colt.
ain't none. My man jumped in the bed with all his clothes. Who?
Thank you.
Who?
Thank you.
That's a suspect move right there. What are we doing? You're supposed to
He
be
re-
this
he
intimate.
he said that because she's not from his country, that he has to make sure that. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? That didn't stop you with Lisa and Kimberly. Not for nothing.
You flying these people all the way, they come all the way over there to your country to sleep with you is okay. But now that you here for a dating singles and it's open ball, open fields, you don't have to worry about fighting with somebody. With
Right.
you put come on, man. That was
Right.
all staged and it was phony. He ain't about her. That's it.
Nope. He is not about her. He's just about the screen time.
And my thing is, I mean, I'm not knocking Courtney, but all the people you can see, you got Rob bouncing off back and forth. You have Tim looking around. You have
Right.
the females looking around. Usman don't have a second option. There's nobody else he's looking at. It was just Courtney the minute he saw her, and that was
Right.
it.
Right.
You're supposed to be this international lover, bro. Where he
Yeah,
at?
I know. It's,
He should have had at least three, minimum three.
yes. Yes. Minimum.
There was
Oh.
nobody else. He that caught his eye. Nobody else. All these fine women around. Nobody else.
And we're not saying that Courtney's not beautiful, because I
I'm
think
not. I'm
Courtney's
not
beautiful.
saying that.
I think
But
she's beautiful, but I
to
see where you're
focus
coming
just
from.
on her and and it's not going the way he wanted to go.
Right.
Come on.
I know.
And if you got it like that, you love her. You should have smashed it the first night.
I am disappointed because it's episode 4, and I think I already see how the rest of the season's going to be. They're going to tease us with the singles. Like, we'll get little bits here and there, but it's going to be mostly 90-day bullshit, Kelly. And I was really hoping for something more.
Yeah, the
Like,
dude.
we already see the scripted bullshit. And
It
it's
is.
episode 4. It's like, please. And the freaking editing. I mean, we found out that the singles did do intro things and they never aired them. I bet you they have cut out a bunch of shit already, and it's only episode
You
4.
can, but you saw that even at the nightclub or whatever. There
Yeah.
were a lot of mingling, but they didn't show it. You see
Yes.
the person, and then you see they interact with the 90-day person, and then everybody disappear, and it's back to the 90-day bull crop. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see more of the game. How you're. It's the whole thing is you're trying to meet a single person. I want to see that.
Right.
not talk about what you did 7 years ago and spreading rumors about somebody. First of all, why are you worried about the other person? You should be trying to line up a dude. What we doing?
Exactly. Why are you trying to ruin his chances of hooking up with somebody else? Get him as far away from you as possible. He's the other chick's problem. He's not your problem.
Exactly. Jennifer should have dangled the three dudes. Courtney should have at least three dudes. Like, what are we doing?
Right. I know.
Yeah. But when Usman went into that, jumped in the bed with his clothes, I said, yeah, this is fake and it's bull crap. I'm done. He got no game. I'm over it. But
But
then Rob did it right.
I was gonna say the one thing that wasn't fake and bullcrap was Rob and Jennifer.
Even if they stage, they said, we're going to give him a show.
Yes, and they gave the blur guy, the guy that's in charge of blurring out the nakedness this season, they
Mm-hmm.
gave him a run for his money this
Rob said,
episode.
F it.
Because
We
between
going in.
them and fucking Colt being naked again, this blur guy.
But that's how you do it, Mary. That's how you do. That's what we expect to see. I
Yeah,
want to see more mingling like that. I want to see everybody's room with a significant. You got to have a significant other in your room. I'm sorry. No,
yes.
no. All right. So you get back from the club.
This is
Everybody's
one for
tipsy.
love. I mean, you would assume people would be hooking up, right?
That's what I'm going with. You got people. All right. Rob sealed the deal. He took Shorty to his room. Courtney took Usman, which we all know that stage.
Exactly.
What did Tiffany do? Where the other singles at? What are we doing? Like
Tiffany went to bed alone.
nobody's hanging out on the side. I mean, I know the bar closes at a certain time, but sometimes you can sit there and crack jokes, and somebody would have bought a freaking portable Bluetooth speaker and play music since you're playing cards. See, I would even like to watch them play cards,
Right.
and chit
Or
chat.
sing karaoke on Tim's karaoke machine.
Exactly. Give me something. Give me something with
Ugh.
these people. You in Tulum.
Yes. Thank you.
Everybody's single.
You're at
Not
this resort
one.
in Tulum. But I'm not too sure about the resort, Kelly, because we've heard some horror stories about the rooms.
Don't
And
care.
Courtney, listen, Courtney, was it Courtney? Yes. Courtney was saying on the Between the Sheets
Mhm.
that the reason why she didn't just get into the shower, she was all sweaty and shit, and being in bed all sweaty was like roasting her out, is because her shower has no door. And
Okay.
Usman would have been able to see.
So
What kind of a shower has no door at a resort, Kelly?
look, some of them have that the glass thing and it's just open. And look, that's your cue right there to be sexy. Take your clothes off, have the water dripping all over you, lathered up, all the soap, and let him look. And then be
They
like, yo, you want
should
to
have
come in?
cast Kelly for this fucking show. I'm
Yeah,
telling
they
you.
dropped the ball. I don't
They
make fun.
dropped the
Oh, Jay
ball
said they literally did all that, but why didn't you show all that?
because this is
And look, everybody said, look, I understand they wanted to recycle the same thing and blah blah blah, but it's getting corny. It's getting produced. It's getting fake.
yes.
You
Yes.
know, they could have showed all these people, even if you didn't want to give these singles the spotlight so much, right? You could at least show the interaction with them. The 90-day people pan the room. Boom. Everybody show them getting off the bus, show them walking alive. You know you got loud people because everybody's drunk.
Yes.
Show them mingling, show the after party, the after effects, something. Show something. You see, all right, and then you break off to the couples that's going to the rooms, and then you don't even have to show everybody in their room. Just show the couples doing that walk. You know that walk when you put the arm around the girl and you walking with her holding her hand, and show them going to the room.
And this is the stuff that we would like to see. We had PJ nights, game nights, movie nights with Tiffany and Tim.
See, and I would have loved to see that. I hope they
I
put
would
that
love
on.
to see all you guys in your PJs just hanging
Yeah.
out.
I hope they show that. I pray they show that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because look at this, beach parties, late night talks. This is the shit that we want to see.
Yeah. The
Not
mingle,
the
the whole.
stupid scripted stuff. It's like, ugh.
Because after a while, I got bored. I'm not gonna lie, I got bored, and then I went back to the TV once Rob was in the room. I said, "Now this is what I'm talking about. This is real. This is real."
Yes, this is real. This is what we want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be X-rated, but you're on a resort. We all going on vacation single.
Yes.
You meet people at the pool, the bar, you mingle. If you feeling them, you're hanging out, flirting. Show all that interaction,
Yes.
not just
That is the
he
purpose of the show the last time I checked.
exactly. Not you send me $100. What are you talking
Who
about,
gives a
miss?
shit about that? Colty doesn't have pajamas.
At this
As you
point,
can
yeah. At this
see.
point, show Colty walking around the resort naked. Give me something, bro.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the blur guy is working overtime this season.
Hey, that's his job.
Exactly. So
Do what you got to do.
now the next day, Courtney and Jennifer are talking in the pool,
Hmm.
and Jennifer tells her that they just cuddled.
We all know that they.
Even Courtney knew she was full of shit.
Yeah,
Courtney's like, yep, okay, sure.
yeah. I was like, oh boy, yeah, whatever.
So, Jennifer's telling Courtney that Cole turned her off, that she didn't like the way he was speaking to her, and he's so controlling. And that's when Courtney defends him and says, listen, the Cole that I know is not like that, and tequila gets the best of us sometimes. Maybe you should have a conversation with him. You
Maybe
know,
not have that argument in front of everybody. That was at the time of the place. How about that?
right. Yeah. Yeah. True that. True that. So, Usman versus Colt.
I would have never thought that rivalry would even existed. I don't even even when they showed that I'm like, what?
Okay, so first of all, Usman was funny when he was trying to push Jen onto Colt. He was
Hmm.
like, do you see yourself with Jen? Maybe Jen will be with you tomorrow. You never know.
I mean, he's smart. He know what to do,
Yeah, exactly. He's
but
trying to.
he's not stepping up. He's not stepping up. It's like he wants the woman to do everything, bro. Step up. She
Yeah,
wants him to step up. He wants her to do whatever he. I guess the ladies used to do more and attack him, or I don't know. Because after what I witnessed, Lisa had to jump on him. There's no way they had to initiate everything.
definitely.
Even Kim, I wanted to reach out with Kim and like, yo, what happened?
Definitely. Like I said, he doesn't know how to react
Hmm.
to a younger woman because he's just so used to these older women just chasing after him and throwing themselves at him.
Menopausal queen say Usman needs a PlayStation.
Uh,
He needs something. Something. Whoever had the karaoke freaking speaker, he should have grabbed that and walked around the resort with it and just
right?
sing his music.
Exactly.
Something.
The international superstar.
Who will win the fight between Colty and Usman? That's a good question.
My money's on Colt.
Yeah, Colt is big. Usman looks small.
My
Unless
money's
he
on
got
Colt.
that tribe fighting strength, I don't see it. But I
And
don't know.
his MacBook needs an upgrade. Yep.
Wow, shots are fired. Shots are fired. Damn, y'all went in on that one. Damn.
Yes. And NYC and P, I agree. What does she mean the Cole she knows? She doesn't know Cole. Jennifer was saying, oh, that's not the Cole that I know.
You know what?
They're strangers.
You're absolutely right.
Courtney's like, oh, that's not the Cole that I know. You've known these people for like what, 2 to 3 days?
Good observation on that one. That didn't make any sense.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of this shit doesn't make sense, Kelly. When you actually sit here and think about it and try to break it down, a lot of it is like contradictory.
Yeah. Wow. Why did I miss that? You know why? Because when she said that I just turned my head. I ignored it because the dialogue was stupid.
It's just so stupid. It is.
That's a valid, yeah.
And we want more meaningful dialogue. We want to see them get together and actually act like this is a singles resort.
Be real.
Yes.
I'm not saying have an orgy and turn into freaking hedonism, but can
Right.
you at least have just sit down and talk at the bar, or sit and they got the chairs in some little area by the sand. Just talk, mingle, be romantic. They started off with that a little, and then it just stopped. Tiffany was sitting with the guy, and what happened?
I know.
And then you telling me, all right, what about the jacuzzis? Y'all started off with your jacuzzis. Nobody got a jacuzzi at night? No,
Thank you.
no, not at all.
Right?
No.
So who's crazier? Jennifer or the Elise, Miami girl?
That's a toss up because it's two type of craziness. That's the difference.
Okay.
You know, at least it's scary because you don't know when she's gonna go crazy. Like you don't know what's gonna trigger her. Jennifer, you know what she's going after. That's the thing.
Okay.
They both require a certain attention.
Yes.
They're both territorial. They're both demanding. It's a good court. That's a good one, but they're two different type of
Craziness. Yeah, you're right.
And
You are-
did I say attention seekers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, attention seekers. Let's see what else. I mean, that was basically it. The two of them got into an argument on the beach over Courtney. I mean, it was just.
I'm lost because
We didn't see that coming.
if I was Usman, I'd have hurt his feelings. I'd have been like, yo, and I was with her last night, so I'm not even going to entertain this conversation with you, bro. And walk away.
Right, exactly.
And every time we come around, my arm is going to be around her, or I'm going to be in her face, smiling at him. I don't know.
Oh, Kelly cracks me up.
Oh, Jay says only the beginning of what? Because they're killing me right now.
Yes, they keep teasing us. It's like,
I
come
need
on.
y'all. I need the interaction. I need the fun. I need the flirting. I need not the bullcrap 7-year argument. Or did you notice me on the other trip? We on a new trip now. What are we doing?
About the other trip?
What are we doing right now?
We have to focus on today. Focus in the moment.
Oh, somebody say Lisa's fake crazy. She turned up for the cameras. She fake. Jennifer's a registered terror. Jesus Christ.
Jay says give it some time.
All right. I'm going to trust you on that. I'm going to trust you on that.
I'm going to trust you on that. Hopefully we get to see you soon, Jay, because this is getting ridiculous. Yeah. There is a lot of singles that we haven't even been introduced to. Off the top of my head, I could think Jay, Tessa, the really beautiful one. We haven't.
Yeah, you know all their names. I don't know. I just know what they look like.
Cece and Shelby. Those are the four that I could think of off the top of my head. But yeah. Okay, so it's coming. Well, at least from what we filmed. See, that's the thing. We're hoping that it doesn't get left out, right? Left on the cutting room floor. That'll fucking suck.
And how bad was this hotel? Because they don't really show the resort like that.
I know. I mean, Tiffany's room was the only one that had a TV.
That's crazy.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Well, that's just a prime example of what we got to do. I got to bring somebody back to the room and make our own TV. It is what it is.
Right? We're just going to make our own movie. I mean, if we can't watch TV, we'll just make our own movie.
Oh, Jay said his room was nice.
Good.
Dad, is that being sarcastic or it's legit?
We're like, wait a second. Yeah, Jay. Oh, no one's room had TVs.
Oh, what kind of resort is this?
And that is weird.
Is this like a spiritual resort, or y'all supposed to meditate, or?
Tiffany's room had a TV though, because you could see it.
They probably set that up.
Yeah. That is funny.
Did they have their own personal cell phones? They should have. I don't see them taking their phones away. It's not like Love Island. Love Island's off the hook this season. But yeah, we would have to buy them. But Oh, it's a real beach vibe resort. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I need background noise. No, I can't go to sleep without background noise. I need that background noise.
Menopause. I said it. They're supposed to have freak offs. No TV. I've been saying it.
But they're not.
No, I
They're
don't got no
stupid
TV. I
arguing.
can't lay down and watch TV. All right, I'm gonna go wander around, find my prey,
Yep.
try to get in their room, and it's what it is.
Uh,
Nobody made out on the beach. The beach chairs. Nobody. No,
I know. Or at least they're not showing us.
no. I'm trying to think what else. He said that's what we did. My dude. That's
Here we
what
go.
I'm gonna clap for that. That's what I'm talking about.
They need to show all this shit, Jay. But it wasn't filmed. Of course not.
Oh my God, you're
Of
killing me.
course not.
They're killing me, man. They're killing me. No, they didn't film that. They didn't film Jesus Christ. So what the hell? What am I supposed to be expecting this whole thing? Who
Bullshit
who
90 Day
came up with
Challenge.
this show? Who came up with this show? Who came up with the casting? What's the purpose of it?
Well, we know that they cast Jennifer uh, just to screw Tim over.
That's wrong too,
Let's just
man.
call it as it is, okay? Because they knew that that was going to be drama. They know how Jennifer is.
Yeah, that was
And
that was
like you
wrong.
said, Jennifer obviously knew that Tim was going to be there because she was already planning like her little plot against him.
Yeah, that was wrong. The minute they took that mask off, I'd have left. I'm like, I'm not doing
Kelly
this.
would have been like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Fuck you, I'm out of here.
yeah. Either we separate somewhere, or I'm just not gonna give you no energy whatsoever. I'm just gonna stand there and be quiet.
Right. But I'm Team Tim.
I am. I felt bad for him, but he did the right thing when he walked away and took a cab. Like I was like, I'd have did the same thing to him. I'd have
Yeah.
probably if I was there, I'd have left with him.
Oh
I'd have been
yeah.
like, come on, let's
You
go,
would
man.
have. Oh yeah. You and Tim would have been out together.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
have been like, let's go. Let's hit up another spot. Let's go to a bar or something. Like, let's go. Because what, he's 44, I'm 46. Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely would have hung out. I'm like, yo, come on. I just didn't understand the dynamics, and it's getting stale. The 90-day thing is getting stale. They need to revamp it a little and stop
And it's
producing
only
these.
episode 4.
And they keep producing the same, bro. It's like, okay, that relationship has been over for 7 years. They done dated other people. They done moved on.
I
She was in
know.
love with the Jesse, the Viking King. What happened with that? And then she's supposed to be this goddess of love. She no dude is taking that. What's wrong with you? That makes me question things.
Exactly.
You
Okay.
know,
Jay says, everything you see now is just a spark. I know it's taking forever. We are watching the same and wondering what the hell is going on. But I'm Team Tim, Team Tiffany, and of course my own team.
I support you, brother. I support you.
See, that's what we're hoping is
Yeah.
that the stuff that you guys filmed does not wind up on the cutting room floor. Because I bet you guys filmed a lot of great shit. I mean, just from what Jay's telling us, they filmed a lot of great shit. So I'm just hoping. But
I'm not convinced.
honestly, I'm not too hopeful. I'm not too
Yeah,
hopeful right now
I'm not
because it's
convinced.
episode 4 and it was the Jennifer Tim
It
Rob.
was Jennifer Tim Rob episode.
Yeah,
And Rob sealed the deal. He capped with if Rob and Jennifer didn't have that ending, it'd have been another F for me on that episode because it made no sense. It was just like last week. What was the point of it?
right. Well, next week they're going to be playing games and apparently Miami girl moves on to Tim. That's something we didn't see coming, right?
Well, it'll be entertaining. We'll see. She trying to get camera time because
Yes, of
Tim is
course.
not her style. You could
No.
clearly see that Tim is not her style. She probably think Tim got money.
And Chantel is going to kiss Jennifer next week.
I saw that part where she said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah. And she's like, "Oh, the last time I kissed a girl, my whole world was turned upside down."
but why she got to kiss Jennifer? Didn't they say there were girls that were open to kiss and have interaction with her? Like they could have showed her in a hot tub with some girl, PG.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we shall see next
They
week.
should have just had, no offense, if you want to do that, they should have had it in a house, no singles, and just had the 90-day people insult each other and flirt with each other. That's what we're getting right now.
Yeah,
That's what they
basically.
should have did. Like they did that last tell all with the house of Rob and Sophie was in. You know how they all
Yeah,
gathered.
you had that. They will. Yep,
They should have just did that.
for happily ever after.
They should have just did that.
She is smart though because Elise has gotten camera time
Yeah, she knows what she's
every
doing.
episode. In between the sheets, she's on every episode
Yeah, I
so
was shocked
far.
to see her on that. I was like, is she going to be a regular on Sharp now, or is she a plant? Or because when she did that, nobody else is really doing it. The more like her, I was like, okay. They showed the guys in the beginning, and then it was
The guys
no,
are still there. The
yeah,
guys, yeah, but yeah, she's getting a lot of screen time.
yeah. She knows she's doing
Yeah, she does know what she's
smart.
doing.
She know.
Yeah. Well, actually, Chantel does have a friend that she's been hanging out with since before they started filming this, and she's still hanging out with her.
All right, Mary, stop PG coating it. People allegedly she got a shorty back at ATL. Before she left, she was with Shorty. She mentioned it in the hot tub.
Yes,
And Shorty is waiting for her when she gets back.
exactly.
So
And Shorty is promoting the show and everything for
exactly.
her,
Come on,
you know,
man.
to yeah, so
You know,
Chantel has switched teams, you guys. I'm trying not to get into trouble with you two, Kelly, because I gotta
I
be
mean, we didn't
PG.
say anything crazy. We just
I
said,
know.
allegedly, she has a friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah. Her friend Ashley, who
Yeah.
kissed her before she went to Mexico.
And she mentioned it in the hot tub.
Hmm.
What episode? Episode 1, right?
Yeah, episode 1.
Yeah. So it's not like we coming up with. She said it.
Yeah. Chantel is there for a paycheck. That is exactly.
No.
That is exactly what she's fucking. And you know what I'm thinking, honestly, Kelly. I was thinking about this the other night. I think that they're setting this all up for another season of the Family Chantel.
You
Just
think so?
concentrating because Winter got married. Winter's married to her. I think he's from Ghana.
Oh yes, the husband. Yes, the
Okay,
one that
so
gave me a
Winter.
flat.
Okay, so Winter's married. Chantel's in a new relationship. Chantel has switched teams.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a new relationship. The brother's still doing whatever the fuck he's doing with
Mm-hmm.
music. So instead of concentrating on Chantel's relationship with Pedro and his family, it'll be more about their new relationships.
You know what? That would be smart to revamp the family Chantal thing going.
I have a feeling.
That would be
I have
smart. I like.
I
I
have a
respect that
feeling.
family. I respect that family. I keep it 100 with them. They are
Oh yeah,
smart and they
Mama
know what they do.
Karen, she keeps the hustle going. She knows
Yes,
what she's
yes.
doing.
I
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
that.
So I mean, I could be wrong, but I could see it happening.
Somebody said Elise is targeting to be Matt's new girlfriend before 90 days. Who's Matt? Who?
And Matt, as in Jasmine's Matt.
Nah. Please don't start.
Jasmine's Matt, or 1/3 of the thruple Matt, because there's two Matts.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about Jasmine right now. That's for my video tomorrow night. Mama Karen is like Mama June. Oh my god.
That's wild right
That's
now.
fucking hilarious.
That is wild.
That is fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, I see Mama Candace, Chris Jenner. Yeah, look, you got to do what you got to do to keep the family hustle going.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to keep those TLC paychecks coming in somehow.
Hey, the rest of them are doing it. They look. They went from one resort to the other resort, from one breakup to another breakup. You know.
I know. I know. Too funny. Well, let's see next week.
We
Hopefully,
shall
we get to
see.
see more singles.
Yeah, I hope we see Jay. I hope I see what's the names again? Let me go through the list. Uh, the redhead. What's her name? Oh God,
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Yes.
Yes,
There's two
blonde.
redheads. There's Cassidy. There's Nikki.
Damn, you got this down pat. I don't even
That's
know.
my job, Kelly. Come
I
on.
know. Damn.
Shit. If I mean, it took me a bit. It took me a bit, but I'm getting it. I'm getting
Cassidy,
it.
Nikki, and what's her name?
Lexi. You like you some Lexi.
What happened to her? They should have
I
had.
know. Kelly loves him some Lexi.
I mean, how often you see a sister up in there fully tagged, no surgery, all that assets?
Yes. Yeah. And then we haven't even seen Tessa yet. And Tessa's fucking gorgeous. We saw her the first episode for like 2 minutes in the back of the van.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fucking gorgeous. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see next week. Hopefully we'll get to see more singles, and I'm hanging on to hope.
We shall see. I want to see all of them.
Yes. Especially Lexi.
Lexi, and you said Cassidy.
Yeah.
Cassidy, she's hot. She's hot. That's the red one, right? And
Yes.
what's the
The
other red?
one that the one that had the song sung to her by Usman, right?
Whoever I saw,
Okay,
everybody else
yes.
like she's
Cassidy.
hot. She's
Yeah.
hot. The blonde that said that she didn't mingle with anybody. She's hot.
Nikki. Yeah. Uh-huh.
She's hot. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, I couldn't have been there.
You ladies would have had Kelly all up in there. He would have been all up in the fun van.
Y'all
He
done
would
had
have been the
camera.
one
Just put it like
guy.
this. They'd have had camera time. Just put it like
Yeah,
this.
they would have had
Even,
camera time.
even Jay would have had. He'd have been my wingman. He'd have been my wingman. I'd have been like, yo.
They would have been the wingman. That's
Would have had Jay, Tim, and me.
right. There you go.
And then we'll pull Tiffany here and there because she mingles. She's like the liaison for the other group.
Right.
She'll go back
Right.
and forth. Would have turned it
We
up.
like Tiffany. I like
Yeah, I
Tiffany.
like Tiffany.
I like Tiffany. You could see that she's a good person,
She's
and she
fun.
has
You
this
can
good
see she's
energy,
fun.
and she's fun.
Yeah, she's holding back. I want her to come out
Yeah,
more.
I
She's
know.
fun.
Well, next week she's doing a mud bath, so
Oh,
yeah,
so we're gonna see the assets.
yeah. So we shall see. Yeah, Kelly's like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. So
All right, well, that's
yep,
it.
yep, that's it. Kelly would have been the fun organizer.
Absolutely.
Yes, hell's yeah. Kelly would have been in charge of all the fun.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yep, Stevens. Yeah, that's cute. We'll see what's up. Don't tempt a good time.
Stop throwing yourselves at Kelly, please. Try to hold back a little bit. Just
Nah,
kidding, guys.
I mean, I
Just
love it. She
kidding.
good. She good.
I'm just busting balls. Just kidding. Just kidding. This is where you guys have fun. So if you want to throw yourselves
Hmm.
at Kelly, feel free. He don't mind.
Yeah, I got my Instagram.
All right. Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
well, it was fun
So,
chatting with everybody.
yep. Fun hanging out with you guys. And I guess we'll see you guys next week. And hopefully it'll be a better episode.
Yeah,
And it won't be just the Tim, Jennifer, and Rob show.
yeah, it's crazy. All right, everybody. Have a
Alrighty.
good night.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.